Okay. What I was looking at is this one. So if I go to a 1 minute chart on Thursday, so what triggered me to see with this setup, Arvind, what I have observed, if you see this setup, this is a 1 minute chart on Thursday. Look at this setup. This is 18,700, 750, right?
Yeah.
This is the chart that I had. And now if you see on a 1 minute chart, price was comfortably trading above this long-term moving average, our favorites.
Yeah.
Okay. And now as we look at this data and how the premium behaves in our mentor, so what we were discussing here, 18,750 is where the call unwinding started after the governor's speech. It was 10 o'clock. Okay. So now whenever market comfortably stays above 18,750, my natural target would be around 18,800, close to that.
Yeah, definitely. Close to 800.
Close to that. If not that, at least 890 was I was expecting that. Now within this consolidation, I saw higher lows. You see this. So I was so confident that this market going to break out. What I did was I started selling at the money puts, big quantity.
At the money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Big quantity puts I started selling. I think I was selling 18,750 put. 32 rupees.
Yeah, I was selling at some point. I was selling 750. Also went down till 15 rupees or something. Then it started blow like this.
I started selling at 13 rupees, 30 rupees or somewhere around that because I saw the setup. With this setup, with 750 unwinding on the call set, I was expecting market to touch at least 18,790. And now when I saw this small consolidation above this long-term moving average and I saw higher lows, I was even more confident. I doubled my position, came to 18,750. Now, for the bloody hell, these two candles came down.
Yeah.
Right? These two candles came down. And now when I started seeing this rally, right? This rally, what happened? This was not going above this orange line. So what was acting as support started becoming a resistance here.
Resistance, yeah.
And this consolidation here, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
It broke the support here. So whatever 0.3, 0.4% I had profits, everything went away.
Also, the problem was call premiums were like spiking and they were not giving up, sir, a lot. It was very slow. The call premiums.
So what I did was, see, this is my experience. Whenever a support breaks, never ever see the adjustment that I used to teach you in 2020, 2019. That doesn't work these days.
Yes.
So sir. whenever the support broke, right, whatever, my entire profits vanished.
Yes.
Because I had doubled my position at 750. That spiked. So what I did was I exited everything. And now when the support broke, right, I knew this is not going to go up further. Because this setup could not break the resistance here, right? It could not break the resistance. So obviously when it started breaking the support, I knew that 750 will be challenged. And now if 750 cannot hold, definitely going to come to 700. This is what my understanding. So what I did was I removed my entire completely put position. I removed. I started selling calls, 850 calls. That is when I recovered. I never thought of selling puts again. Never.
Yes, sir.
I never sold puts. I started selling puts only after it came very close to 600 because I was, if you are following me on YouTube, I said 600 to 800 was my range.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So when it came to 600 and not see just coming to 600, I'm not going to short. I am not going to start selling puts. I want some patterns there because without patterns, without just came to 600, there is a data support. Let's take a position. Absolutely no, never. I will still wait for certain patterns to form.
Yes, sir.
No selling cheap options. Never.
That is
so whichever way. That's what I'm saying. So let's see. I'll probably I did a live market on Friday. I think for the recent batch mentorship batch. It went very well there. So we were able to catch this entire move.
Yes, sir.
Entire move. This candle by candle, I gave a commentary for them. No, yes, I think the entire move, I think I have clearly told on YouTube channel also yesterday on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you see this, this was this is what I posted on Thursday evening. I saw
this, like they're expecting bearishness, but the thing is that I was on Fin Nifty. So I was also on Nifty, but then Nifty was too volatile, so I couldn't. I made a mistake. If I had only stayed on Nifty, I think I would have made better money.
Yeah.
Because it was on Nifty,
I've clearly given this level. Any struggle to cross 18,750 will set into short-term correction mode on Nifty. Any struggle to cross 44,250 will set into short-term correction mode on Bank Nifty.
Yes, sir.
So this was basically very clear that this market is not going to go up.
Yes, sir,
right?
Definitely.
So why I say how I say, I think probably we'll catch up soon, Arvind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, definitely, sir.
I'll plan some session for all the old mentoring batch. So what I have changed in the last 1.5 years, how I approach expiries, I'll explain that.
Yes. Sure, sir.
Yeah. Having said this, let's start our discussion for the day. What is happening? In terms of price, I think even on Thursday evening, even before closing expiry, I was not comfortable with this bearish engulfing pattern on Nifty. And the closing of that Thursday's closing was almost, or not almost, it was actually below the closing on Wednesday. This is where I was not comfortable with in terms of price. Not only with the price, if you see, even RSI, there is a divergence here. So there is a momentum loss. So both are happening. The biggest clue was actually in Bank Nifty. Sorry?
I'm sorry, sir. Is RSI is at a good support now, sir? I mean, like from the curve, it's again always curved back. So there's a good possibility.
Look at this. RSI was finding support at this long-term moving average of RSI itself. This is the first time. This is the first time it has taken that out. It has taken this out. It is now closing today or yesterday, Friday. The closing was actually below this short-term moving average.
Okay.
So this is not a very healthy sign according to what I see in terms of charts. The biggest clue is actually in Nifty and Nifty. Sorry, Bank Nifty. So now for the first time after a very long time, I see the closing below the short-term moving average. Right? So, and not only this, if I go and take a look at a weekly setup, look at last 2 weeks, we are at resistance area. This is the all-time high. We are at resistance area. Now the closing on the weekly chart is not very, very comforting for me. It's not a very, very comfortable position because if you see the candlestick formation is what market went up on Monday, Tuesday, and probably Wednesday also. But on Thursday, Friday, it gave up all the gains of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now it is a indecisive candle. If I go a little more closer and see, this is a shooting star on a weekly chart. So last 2 candles on a weekly setup is not very comforting for me. That too, these 2 candles are coming at an all-time high. So this will usually do not break in one go. So I expect some kind of a correction. Last week low is a concern for me. So as long as the market sustains above last week low, so 18,450, it will be a very strong area. So that is a very strong support. If 450 is taken out, I will expect further downside here. So I would probably expect the market to touch at least 18,200 or 18,000. So the setup is not looking very comforting. So I cannot take any bullish positions on Nifty as of now. If I go to an hourly chart, because weekly last 2 candles, especially this week candle, is not very comforting in terms of weekly bearish candle. Last week was at least a sideways or a neutral candle. So neutral candle followed by a bearish candle at an all-time high resistance. That means some correction is due. On a very long-term basis, this might give a breakout. I'm not denying it. Why I'm not denying it is because if I take a long-term picture of how the Nifty is shaping out, see, this was the high around 18,600 was the high first it made in 2021. So from here, the sell-off was very close to 15,280 levels. Again, there was a rally. So this rally again touched the same level, and second time there was a sell-off. This sell-off stopped at 17,000. So that means the sell-off from the same all-time high is getting narrower and narrower on a very long-term basis. So am I expecting a bearish, big bearish moves? No. Am I expecting a bearish market? No. Am I expecting a correction? Yes. So where the correction would probably stop, if it stops above this short-term moving average, which is 18,200, 300. So if this correction doesn't go below 18,200, 300, it is very strong. You will see a breakout. But 200 to 300 sustaining is the key for the market to break this out. Otherwise, there will be a correction further downwards towards 17,800 or maybe 18,000. So 300 will be the key for this next couple of weeks. I'm not saying immediately, not necessary. Immediately, we don't have to worry about that. Because this is not a very alarming concern for me, given the entire setup on a very long-term basis from 2025C. So let's see. I think worst case scenario is I'm expecting 17,700. My worst case scenario is 17,700. My best case scenario is 18,300. So these two levels should hold according to what I see in the chart. So if I go to short term and see, that's a long-term picture, but on a short-term picture, what do I expect? So on a very short-term picture, this is what I'm looking at. See, after a very long time, if you see this, this was a support on hourly chart. This is the first time the support is taken out after a pretty long time. Maybe in the last 15-20 days is the first time price actually broke this long-term moving average on an hourly chart. My last hope was this, and my last hope right now is sitting at RSI 40, because usually RSI in a bull market, RSI finds support at 40 levels like this. So now the last hope is RSI at 40. So how will this happen? So even this rally happens. My major concern will be here. My major concern will be here because there was some consolidation here. 4 or 5 hours of consolidation was here. That means their market tried to stop above this level, 18,600 to 620 level. So if this rally will come tomorrow, because on an hourly chart, RSI is at very good support area, and moreover, last 2 hours, the closing, the candlestick is not showing me any bearishness. It is showing me neutral candles. That means in the first half of Monday, you could expect some recovery. If this recovery cannot get back above 625, I would expect the market to touch 17,500. So now this is what I would expect. So some weakness in the weekly and daily chart is clearly seen. Hourly chart, since RSI is at 40, one up move is expected. If this up move cannot get above 18,625 to 630, let's say, right? If it cannot get back above 625 to 630, you will see a further correction, further roll down, and this time you will probably see 18,500 levels to be tested. So 625 remains the key on Nifty. If you look at Bank Nifty, so I hold a slightly bearish view in Nifty for this week. If you look at Bank Nifty is not very comforting for me. On a short-term basis, not a long-term view I'm giving. Probably this is for next couple of days. Price was making higher highs. Unfortunately, RSI was not making higher highs. This calls for a multiple bullish divergences on the market. Not only that, there is some other concept which I look at in terms of RSI. So RSI, there was some positive bias on the RSI, but there was a certain target based on this. I cannot go to specifics of what is that. It's called as a reversal, positive reversal on RSI. But as this positive reversal should have actually taken this 44,400 out, and it should probably touch about 44,900 levels. Unfortunately, that is not touching. And not only that, this rally was not strong enough to at least even touch the previous high of 44,500 levels. That means this market is not getting comfortable around this area. So now what will happen? It might come down and test this 43,800, a small bounce, and this bounce may not be very big, maybe below 44,100, and you might see a further correction towards 43,200 levels. This is what I'm expecting, because see RSI, if I see RSI was comfortably staying about this red line. Now it has come below the red line, and now it is finding some discomfort in crossing that red line. Okay, so this setup is not a very healthy setup. So it could be sideways, at least, even if the correction doesn't come, because it is all choppy market. Because if I go to a lower time frame and see, before lower time frame, I'll look at weekly chart. Look at weekly chart. Last 3 candles on a weekly setup is indecisive. And this indecisive is coming almost at the resistance area, hold high, which is again not a very comfortable scenario. Why I'm saying it is choppy? It will not be a very smooth move on the downside also, because there are multiple support areas in Bank Nifty around here. Multiple support areas here. This one and then this one. So a lot of multiple support areas. So I would rather probably take a sideways view. Bullishness, I'll probably rest for a while. At least for next couple of days, I'll rest bullishness for a while. This might be chopping like this, and then probably a dip like this, rally, again a dip like this. So basically, it will be quite choppy. So I will probably say slightly more or less sideways inclined with a bearish bias. Bullishness, be very, very careful. Even if it is a bullish view that you take, maybe it is intraday. If you keep following me on YouTube, I'll give what is going to be in stores on Tuesday, Wednesday, each day, because each day is probably a different first half, second half, based on the setup. How are we going to close at 320? But at least for me, looking at this setup, you will see short-term sell-on rallies. Below 43,800, I might expect 43,400 on this. Nifty also more or less, at least up move is capped for now. This is a bullish setup, but again, up move, then dip, then one more support here at 18,500. Only below 18,500, I would probably think of market touching 18,200. So till then, it will be quite choppy. For a short term, I'll look at sell on rally. Having said this, if I have to confirm the data, what happened on Friday? So Friday, the highest call open interest is around 18,700. 1 CR was open interest on Thursday. Now 1 CR has become 1.5 CR. Pretty strong rating. Highest call open interest is 18,700 with 73 lakhs on Thursday. Now it is shifted to, it is not shifted, it is still the same, but there is an unwinding here. 73 lakhs has become 68 lakhs. So unwinding is seen at 700. Not only unwinding is seen at 700, look at 600. Call rating at 600, 57 lakhs, 650, 44 lakhs, 700, 54 lakhs. Put side, minus 5 lakhs, hardly 3 lakhs, 628 lakhs. So if you see the writing on the call and put side, the call rating is comfortable, more than 1 CR open interest built up on Friday. And now call side, put side, not much, 13 lakhs, 18 lakhs, only this. That means there is some fear on the put rating, which says that, okay, upside seems to be capped. Unless until you surprise with a gap up, these guys are not going to go. So call rating is very comfortable. So option data also looks pretty. Look at this. On Thursday, on Friday alone, there was about 2.4 CR open interest built up alone on the call side. Put side hardly 80 lakhs. That means the call rating is 3 times higher than the puts, which again data also insisting that there is a sell on rally market. Bank Nifty 44,000 remains at 44,000, both highest call, highest put away. But if you see this, 33 lakhs has become 44 lakhs. So 12 lakhs addition, almost 11 lakh addition. On the put side, the addition is very small, 36 to 42. So the addition on the call side again is more. Overall, if you see, the addition on the call side is about 61 lakhs and on the put side is about 31 lakhs. So call rating is again more, which is again a bearish view. So call rating and put rating data suggests bearishness. Technical suggests bearish to sideways. So it's better we stick to bearish to sideways view. For now, sell on rally is intact. Sell on rally is pretty intact on Nifty and Bank Nifty both. Having said this, if I have to look at stocks now, since my larger index is looking slightly sideways to bearish, now picking bullish stocks is little discomfort because there is something called as a breadth analysis. Right, so breadth analysis may not look pretty good. Let's look at index meter, because this is for the breadth analysis, I look at index meter. What does index meter tell me? This tells me how many stocks are contributing to bullishness of Nifty and how many stocks are contributing to bearishness of Nifty. This is basically into breadth analysis. Now, if I have to see breadth analysis, as far as June 5th is concerned, that means start of the week, about 42 stocks were in a bullish trend, only 8 stocks were in a bearish trend. So 42 stocks bullishness, 8 stock bearishness. In 50 stocks, 42 on the bulls, 8 on the bears. Now, 13 on the bears and 37 on the bulls. So the 5 stocks have moved from bullishness to bearishness. Again, the breadth of the market is not going good. Now, if you see here, there is some other concept we look at. This is the second column. It speaks about how many stocks are making a monthly high and how many stocks making a monthly low. If you see on June 5th, June 6th, 19 stocks were making 21-day high, 0 stocks were making 21-day low. Now on Friday, number of stocks made a new high or 21-day high is 3. Number of stocks which were making 21-day low are 3. So it means there are a few stocks which are making new lows. The stocks which are actually looking bearish belongs to Coal India, power sector, GAIL, oil sector, HDFC Bank. So the big daddy is not looking good. HDFC Bank is not looking good. All bearish. See, whichever stock is completely in red, it is basically bearish. All red, it is actually bearish. HDFC, so HDFC twins are bearish. Infi is bearish, so IT stocks are bearish. Kotak Bank, part of banking, again, there is also bearish. ONGC, bearish. So ONGC was one oil company, GAIL was one oil company. So GAIL and oil. So basically, oil company is bearish. HDFC twins are bearish. TCS, this is also bearish. So basically, Infi, TCS or IT pack is contributing to bearishness. Oil pack is contributing to bearishness. And HDFC twins are also not looking great. So Tech Mahindra also bearish. Vedanta is also bearish. Zeal is okay here and there. I think looking at this, just the color coding seems to be that oil companies are not looking great. IT stocks are not looking great. And the banking, HDFC twins are not looking great. If I extend the same to Bank Nifty, what stocks are contributing to bullishness of Bank Nifty? What stocks are not contributing to bullishness? So basically, HDFC Bank is red, so bearish. Kotak Bank is bearish. Federal Bank is here and there. Basically, HDFC banks are not contributing. That is a major concern. HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, both are bearish. Axis is bullish. This is a bullish stock. I think looks like only Axis Bank is completely green and IndusInd Bank is completely green. Rest all partially green, partially red. Bank Nifty, ICICI Bank are all going into correction mode. All going into correction mode. HDFC Bank and Kotak Bank is definitely not comfortable. So two banks are not comfortable. So Bank Nifty will not. So any banking stocks, if you pick this week, let's quickly take a look at that. Fin Nifty also look more or less the same.
Yes, sir.
Because Fin Nifty, mostly the stocks are also the same. So Fin Nifty also same, multiple divergences comfortably. I can see that. And now closing is same. So now Fin Nifty, if it starts going below this, which is 19,400, I think you could probably comfortably see 19,200 coming on this. So I think below 400, you will see 200. So basically, maybe it may not break once, it might go up and then come back. So I think 19,500, 550 will not cross on Fin Nifty, looking at this setup. So setup is definitely sell on rally for now. With slight, not a big fall. Big fall will come only when the support breaks like this. As of now, that is not going to break because of the daily chart. So support on daily chart will not break so easily. There's a certain time it will take. And if you look at all the banks, it will definitely be not looking good. HDFC Bank is not looking good, certainly. It's been falling for a while. HDFC twins, HDFC. It is also more or less the same. Kotak Bank was also a bearish setup. Kotak Bank, see this? Kotak Bank certainly yes. There's a triple top formation here. First top, second top, and third top, and then boom. It has actually created a distribution phase with multiple divergences, with RSI struggling to go above this red line. Certainly, this is not a very comfortable position. So Kotak will not contribute. And look at this bearishness is coming at previous highs. So Kotak Bank and HDFC Twins are not looking great. ICICI Bank is into correction mode now, not bullish. Same setup. What you see on Bank Nifty, pretty much the same. I think if I go to a very lower time frame, there's a clear rectangle pattern which is about to be taken out. Hourly chart. See this? This is a rectangle pattern. So 930 is the key. This is a very long consolidation. So now if it goes below 930, you will probably see 900 coming very soon. So with this setup, I am not going anywhere. And now if you see the same setup, markets are showing lower highs on ICICI Bank. So each high is getting lower and lower, lower and lower. So I think ICICI Bank and most of the other banks are not looking great. So Bank Nifty will definitely not perform. I don't see it. GAIL, ONGC, all the oil companies not looking good. See this? If I go to lower time frame, the higher time frame, see this? Clean. It's a consolidation. And look at this massive sell-off. The massive sell-off is not good. Especially these big red candles suggesting that there is a selling pressure in the market. Big green candles are buying pressure. A big red candle is a selling pressure. Not a healthy sign. That too, from this support, big rally. Same support tested, the rally is getting smaller and smaller. I think when GAIL will break this week or maybe next week. GAIL not looking good. So I think I have to look at shorting stocks than buying stocks. ONGC, same gap will act as resistance, big red candles. RSI broke 40. Not a healthy sign at all. So the setup is not looking great on oil companies. So maybe Reliance is also in the list. Let's see that. Same thing. I see divergence. RSI struggling to go above this. No. I think even Reliance also showing the same sign. Looks like Reliance is also going to drag the market. The entire oil pack going to draw the market. So if you see BPCL, HP, IOC, I think more or less the same. BPCL is bullish, surprisingly bullish. Actually, this is actually a good setup. But I cannot, because the big daddy of oil company is going down, ONGC, Reliance. Also, ONGC is dragging. I think oil companies may not contribute much. So oil companies, ONGC, GAIL, Indraprastha, Gas. Yeah, I see a topping formation. Clearly, certain patterns are seen. IGL, GAIL, Oil India. Yes, sir. Consolidation. HPCL, Hindustan Petroleum. Okay. See, there was a fantastic breakout. After a breakout, next 2 days, the entire breakout has been given up, compromised. And the closing of yesterday is below the closing of this breakout candle also. This becomes a trap. We call it as a bull trap. Breakout, invite the bulls, immediately bring the prices down. I think Hindustan Petroleum is again not looking great. So I think oil pack is going to contribute to bearishness. Infosys was not looking good. So Infi, again see, yeah. So Infi, see whenever price rises to this orange line, sell off. Price rise to orange line, sell off. So basically, definitely bearish. So Infi will not contribute. Reliance is not going to contribute. Infi, ONGC, TCS also not looking great. Yeah. TCS actually broke a trend line. This was a trend line where the market was going. There's a trend channel was sitting here. So this trend channel market broke yesterday or on Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, not looking great. RSI struggling to go above 60. The entire RSI setup is quite bearish setup, bearish range. So TCS not going to contribute. If these two are like this, Tech Mahindra was also bearish. Yep. Tech Mahindra also bearish because there is a struggle to break this again and again. Yep. Tech Mahindra also bearish. If this is so, what is happening with other IT companies? Mindtree. Yes, sir. Not great. Anyways, it has already made a top. Wipro, I had given a call 2-3 weeks back at a bullish setup. Above 300 days, it has performed. Now it is struggling at the same resistance area. We will see. This will have to wait. This is a better stock compared to others. It's a better stock compared to others. This might find support at 390. It might find support 390, but as of now, I don't want to look at Wipro because the big tooth companies are not looking great. So it's CL Tech. Yes, same struggle at the resistance. So IT pack for me looks bearish. Oil pack looks bearish. See, there is so many ways of looking at the stock which are bearish. So in this tool, what I've done is it is clearly, if you go to this tool, I have given a color coding, bullish, bearish, and all those things. I look at F&O chart, complete F&O chart, which contributes to bullish, bearish. Let's see this. So I use relative strength. I use this setup. I have a different way of looking at it. Bosch, bearish. Cadila healthcare, bearish. Coal India is anyways power stock. Federal Bank, GAIL, yes. GMR, HDFC Twins, bearish. We know that. India Browsing Finance, anyways, that is not a stock. IGL, we looked at Indraprastha Gas, that is bearish. Jindal Steel, bearish. I had a buy call on JSW Steel last week, if you remember. We'll see that, the sector. L&T looks good. Let's see this. MGL, again, see, one is green, the rest all red. So basically, MGL is again an oil company. So that is bearish. So oil company is clearly bearish. ONGC is bearish. Petronet LNG, again, oil and gas, bearish. PVR, Reliance only one is green, rest all red. This is also not a very healthy setup. SRF, bearish. TCS and Tech Mahindra IT pack, bearish. UPL, Vedanta, Voltas, Wipro is only one part green, rest all red. Z, okay. Siemens stocks, UBL. I think if you remember UBL, McDowell's, I'm holding on to my bullish stand. So I think given this banks are out of buying. IT is out of buying. Which sector looks strong then? Let's look at defensive sectors because that is where we can probably look at, right? Defensive sector is FMCG, pharma, and all those things. So let's quickly take a look at ITC. ITC, we will think of buying not immediately around 420. The support is here. Till then, we'll give it a pass, not an immediate buy. Britannia. Last week, if you remember, I had told to buy these stocks. If I pull up last week's Excel sheet, yeah. So last week, Britannia, HUL, I had kept FMCG on a radar. So if you see FMCG last 2-3 days, I think it has worked. Last 5 days. So now Britannia is buy on dips as long as it stays above this 4,700 level. So not immediate, it will give a dip. So buy on dips, no immediate buy on Britannia also. Britannia is not a immediate buy. Nestle. Yes, I think 2 weeks back I had probably thought of buying when this trend line broke. If you see, not this week, the previous week, Nestle. See this? So I had suggested an entry about 21,650 is where I thought it will go above. So 650 is where the entry triggered. I think it has given a decent move. But now again, I cannot go and buy because I see RSI struggling to get back above this. There is a trap also here, right? To break out and coming down. So I think we will see around 21,000. So no immediate buy. I can't look at Nestle. Britannia also I can't look at it. ITC, no. Hindustan Unilever. Hindustan Unilever. It is preparing and preparing. So it is a long preparation. I was hoping that it will break. Not yet, but most likely we will see. It might find support around this area. So if it stays about 2,600, it is a healthy sign. We will see. As of now, I've kept this on radar. Staying about 2,600 is what I was looking at. I think it did not. It did not. I wanted to stay about 2,600. It is not sustaining about 2,600. 2,600 is here now. Here. So that's what I'm saying. 2,600 is the key. So let's see. As of now, not immediate buy. I think there is no buy anywhere. Jewel, Nestle, Britannia. What else? Bata. This looks good, but not immediately. Somewhere here again. Risk reward doesn't favor with the divergence here. So divergence suggesting me that momentum loss. So Bata India, no. Nothing immediate. Marico. Yeah, some correction. Even defensives are not looking good. Some correction is there, not bearish. Correction mode. No immediate buys are seen there in Marico. Dabur. Same setup. Correction mode. What stocks to find this week? Nothing seems to be good on the buying side. Somebody suggesting Pidilite. There's a different way of looking at stocks. We'll see that later. So Pidilite is good, but only thing is it is far stretched. See, this is a mean chart. This is a mean because the moving average is basically called as a mean average. Too far away it is stretched from the average pricing. The farther it goes from the average, it will come back. Farther it goes from the average, it comes back. So I want it to come back to the mean to buy. So maybe 2,500 levels is where I probably think of. Bullish, no doubt it is bullish. But is it an immediate buy is a concern? Orient Electric Punjab Chemicals. Kumar sir, is it Orient Electric Punjab Chemicals is one company?
No, separate, sir.
Orient means what? Oriental Bank?
Orient Electric.
Orient Electric and Punjab Chemicals.
Punjab Chemicals.
Okay. And then what was that, sir?
Tatva.
Okay. Tatva, this one? Tatva Chin?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Is it pharma?
Pharma.
Okay, this pharma looks good. Again, pharma looks good. I see a pretty decent accumulation around this area. With RSI, our favorite setup, sir. Multiple bullish divergences, range shift is happening. RSI comfortable staying above this short-term moving average. Healthy sign. I would consider this for buying, certainly. but it will not immediately go up. We can consider a buy, but it is a long-term call, not immediately, because it will go up, it will come down, some consolidation here, and then a breakout. It's not going to be immediate. So rally to 1800, again come back to 1700, some consolidation, and then a breakout. This is what I see in this stock. Yes, maybe couple of days down the line, yes, this is setting up for a good move on the upside, but is it immediate? No. Because I don't see that setup for immediate up. Tattva, Orient. It is good. I will definitely keep this on a very close watch. Orient Electric. This is good. This is a better setup than that. This is a better setup than that, as long as 236 is held. If I get a chance to look at Orient Electric at 230, 235, 236, yes, sir. Definitely yes. Orient Electric is a better one than compared to the other one, Tattva. No doubt it is setting up, but immediately I don't see that setup. Orient Chemicals. Sir, as long as Orient Punjab Chemicals stays above 800 levels, I will give it a consideration. Is it immediate? It will take time. It will take time. Why it is not going to go immediately? I'll share a screenshot with you, sir, personally. Why it doesn't take time, what concept that we discussed. I'll share with you on a WhatsApp so that you will have that clear picture why I'm saying both the things. I'll share it with you. Having said that, you can watch Oriental closely. Oriental Chemicals, Oriental Electric. IT is out. Reliance is let me look at its metal sector, pharma sector, and metal sector. Let's see what is that contributing. Auro Pharma. Glenmark is surprising. Glenmark kept going again. I need a correction. I cannot go and take a buy here. It is due for a correction. Maybe this week for sure, or maybe in 1 or 2 weeks for sure. Because as the market, there is some concept again. It's based on some other concept you look at. See, as the market is going up, and the market is going up with small candles, this shows it is not backed by big money. As the market starts going up with this divergence on RSI and candles are so small, see, if the market has to move up, big money should come. And when the big money comes, you will see a big candle like this. Big money is always behind big candles. Small money is always behind small candles because the strength of buying is so big. Now, as the market starts going up and you see small candles, I would name it as rising in agony. It's a painful up move. It's a very painful up move. It's an expression from Japanese candlesticks. It's a rising in agony, which means it is very discomfort is rising because it is not backed by big money. The candles doesn't speak about big money backing this. That means there is no money backing this stock, so it should probably come down. So lack of buying would probably trigger a correction in this. So Auro Pharma will stay out. I wanted to point one more stock. I'll tell you what is that. Now it'll stay sideways. So Biocon, no. I particularly like this one, Piramal Health Pharma. Piramal Pharma. I like this stock very particularly. Keep this on radar because fundamentally also it is looking good. If you go to fundamentals of this stock, screener, though I am not the fundamental guy, I'm on the technicals and data wise. So if you look at Piramal Pharma. And if you compare the peer groups, what is interesting in Piramal Pharma? Look at the sales figure. Sales is pretty good. Net profit is there. So something was very interesting on this Piramal Pharma. But why P is not there is because profit is not there. Quarter sales is growing, ROC is growing. Something which I looked at a couple of days back, which was saying that Piramal Pharma on a very long-term basis looks pretty okay, decent enough because of its valuations. Something was on a book value or something which I looked at. Yeah. Something was interesting in this. I forgot what was that. I don't remember. But technically, it is looking decent enough. Yes. Look at assets are growing. Share capital, reserves, other fixed investments. Something I looked at, I don't remember. It was about 3-4 months back. But if I find out, I'll share it with you. But on the technical level, it looks decent. Piramal Pharma. So if I see any dip towards 80 levels, I'll be more interested. Or if it stays above 85, also I'm more interested. So Piramal is where I would probably, on a very long-term basis, I'm going to keep paying attention to that. So Piramal Pharma, 85 or 80 and above, it has to sustain for bullishness to stay intact. So 85 and 80, if I get an opportunity, I'll consider this. Because the setup looks pretty decent. Piramal Pharma, Divis Labs. Yes, sir. This correction, long due correction is coming. I will give it a consideration around 3,300 level. So correction mode is there. Nothing immediate, but correction mode is good. So we can probably get a better price. Nah, ready, give it a pass. Glenmark is surprising. So now, yeah, finally some correction mode is coming. Good. So pharma is also on a correction mode. I can't immediately pick this also. What are the choices that I'm left with? Sun Pharma, Cipla. Sun Pharmaceuticals. There's no trend in this. Consolidation for almost a couple of months. So no trend. Cipla. Cipla is better, provided it stays above 950. So Cipla, only if it stays above 950, I'll think of bullish stocks. Buying. Maybe I look at some bullish setup here. Setup is there, provided it stays above 950. Cipla Farm. Any other pharma stocks I'm missing? Suven. No trend. I think pharma is in a correction mode. We'll have to wait for a week or two, or maybe a couple of days.
Check out GlaxoSmithKline.
Glaxo, yeah, GSK. GSK. I have to type the complete name. Glaxo. This looks good, sir. This looks good. 1,340. 340. Yeah, I would consider GSK. Around what was the price? 1,350 levels and above. So that becomes the key for me to pick it up. 1,350. GSK, Pfizer. GSK, Yeah, these are looking good. Yes. These are looking good. So 3,900 above. It should stay above 3,900. So this looks good. So Pfizer 3,900 is the key. Staying above that is a key. So these look GSK. I like GSK and Pfizer. Yeah. Anyways, at least we have some pharma stock at least. Pfizer. Any other pharma stock? Did I miss? Ajanta. Okay. Ajanta, Marksons Pharma, Granules. Okay. Granules. Give it a pass. If not strong. Mankind Pharma, right? All small, mid cap. Okay. No. Not enough stock, not enough chart to make a decision of this. So, which one? The other one? Which one was the other one? Ajanta. A couple of pharma stocks are okay. Ajanta is too far away, sir. I don't want to take it. Bullish. No doubts, bullish. But I have missed the bus. I missed the bus this week only. Granules not looking good. Granule, give it a pass. So pharma is okay. Buy on dips intact, but only 3 or 4 stocks are immediate. GSK, Pfizer. These all give it a pass.
Marksons.
Huh?
Marksons.
Marksons Pharma. Pharma, no doubt good, but something. The farther it goes away from the average pricing, it will come back. The farther it goes, it will come back. It has already gone far.
Okay.
If I pick it up, if I pick it up here, it has a very poor risk reward for me. Risk reward is not favorable for immediate buy. I would wait for a correction, maybe around 80 levels. Not now. I need at least 5-6% correction on this. Bullish, no doubt. Pharma is certainly bullish, except Dr. Reddy. More or less everything looks. Huh? Those are all, I think, mid cap.
आ गया उनको शॉर्ली से मिलाना तब तक मैं हो जाऊंगा.
Zydus Life Sciences. We'll let me look at Alchem Lab. It is not pharma. Torrent Pharma. Look at Torrent Pharma. Again, missed the bus. Torrent Pharma. So I think more or less pharma looks okay. Not even this one. What do you call FMCG? Banking is Asian Paints. Let's look at paints. Big guys, Asian Paints. I think last week or before that only I saw yes. This divergence is coming up, so correction will come. So I think around 3,000 levels here and there, I'll look into it. So maybe it's not immediate. Maybe next week we can think of. Because once I see this setup, I will wait for a week or at least 5-6 days. I'll give it a break because it's going to come down. The setup looks like that. The realty sector was my favorite. I don't know if you're following or not. On my very first weekly market review, I had kept these things. Godrej Properties, Ambuja, Ultratech, Grasim, Ramco, all part of realty. They have already gone up quite a bit. They were all part of realty sector. It is not now. It is again stretched. Not now. This is not okay. If you are following me on Telegram, you will understand. When did I speak about realty sector? So if you go search, when did I say realty? See this. So there was some other thing which I look at. If you are following me on this channel, based on a couple of things which I looked at, look at this. This was actually discussed on April 27th, about 1.5 to 2 months back. Clearly seen, see, Nifty Realty is clearly outperforming Nifty. Realty is good sector to bet for a short-term momentum. Based on, this is a different kind of a charts. It's called an RRG charts, relative rotation graphs it is. So on this, I had pointed out that Nifty Realty is a very, very clearly outperforming sector for a short-term momentum basis, which I had put up on this table on April 27th. So if you see, April 27th was somewhere around here. So 1,300 to 1,429 average DLF. So it was the setup I had found was on April 27th, somewhere around that time. So somewhere around here, 415. That is 485, 15%. What was that? Oberoi Realty. April 27th, somewhere around here. So extended to Realty, if you see, so they have given more than 15-20%. So if I search the peer group, say DLF, and now if I on the DL, if I look at peer group, Godrej Oberoi, Phoenix Mills, Prestige Estates, Brigade, Prestige. See, April 27th, 470, 536. So based on certain factors which I look at, RRG, relative strength, and a couple of things which I look at, Realty is already performing now. Now, if you want to enter, the problem is the risk reward is not very favorable. So what you should pray for is, since you missed the first train, you should look for the next train. So basically, I and you should pray. I took little exposure in this cash market. So now what you and me should pray for is basically this. Basically this. So there is one more thing which I look at. Maybe I would have got an alert on 6th April only. So there is some other tool which I look at. So there is some other algorithm I write on momentum stocks. On April 6th, there would have been alert. April 6th. April. They have a different way of selecting the stocks. March, April 6th. See, I told this. DLF appeared on this screen for me, some algorithm that I've written. It will give me alert here. So I told you, 6th April. So some alert was there for me. It is not just volumes I look at. There is some other way of looking at volumes, some logic, which is a little proprietary stuff, which I'm looking at here. So if you see on April 6th here, there was an alert on my screen. The rate is pretty much here, 6th of April. And if you see on 6th of April, the top 6 stocks, in the top 6 stocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks, the top ones, top 6 is Godrej Properties and DLF. NCC, construction, infrastructure, real estate, more or less. So Godrej Properties gave me alert on 6th April. DLF gave me an alert on 6th April. So in this screen, I pick up a stock. There is some algorithm which I've written, which tells me where is the action is happening, where the big money is concentrating. So now this is one of the ways of looking at stocks. So that's the reason I said my screen would have picked up something on April 6th only. So April 6th, when there was an alert for me. So from April 6th, look at the move. All right. So real estate is good. I'm not denying it. But can I, when my tool gives a entry on April 6th, can I pick it up now? Impossible. Okay. Even there is one more thing which I look at. There is something called as alpha returns. If I search for DLF, look at this. The buy is triggered on 6th of April. One concept gave me a trigger on 4th April. The other one is giving me 6th of April. It has not exited yet. So 6th June, there's one more alert. I think if I see history on DLF, you will see the alert was quite far away. So based on one more parameter I look at, DLF has given me almost 23% returns. So it is giving me the first Jan 1st to till now. DLF has given a decent returns as per this strategy, which I actually follow on a different concept. Alert on this is on a different concept, right? So the summary is we have missed the bus on DLF or any realty stocks. We'll have to wait. Having said that, there was fresh entries that triggered on Ambuja and all those things. I think we can probably think about that. And if you see the first 20th April, market review that I did, I actually had a buy on Ambuja Cement. The 20th April, I had a buy on Ambuja Cement. Immediate entry was there. 375 was a stop loss. Ambuja, Ultra, Grasim, Ramco, all the cement stocks I had alerted on 20th May only. Same thing which I'm continuing. So basically, Ambuja Cement is still on. 370 was my stop loss. It is still working. So Ambuja, Ultratech Cement, that is this. If you have attended first review, there is Ultratech. 7,400 stop. Still going good. Grasim, Ramco. Grasim. Ramco Cement. See, Ramco. I triggered an entry 816, around 816 levels. Where is it now? So that's the reason I said do not miss this review, because wherever I look at least all those why I'm bullish, I think the video is pretty much there here only. If you go back to this channel, whatever I have told on each of this May 20th review, I had kept pretty much here. So if you watch this one somewhere on May 20th, no? So May 18th or May 29th. So weekly market review, market outlook, weekly market outlook, weekly market review. If you watch this video, weekly market review of 20th May, you will see I've discussed all these stocks. Stupendous returns, sir. Right. So the summary is, let's pray for a cool off on all these stocks, and then we'll pick it up. Till then, If you really wanted to buy, very small. See, McDowell's also, if you watch the video, this McDowell's, Mahindra, Maruti, auto stocks. Let's look at auto stocks. Auto stocks, Bajaj, auto. They were actually doing well, or they've been doing well for a while. And the same video I picked up auto sector. Why is taking so much time? Bajaj Auto, again, I have to pray for a correction. Hero Motor. Why the loading is taking so much time? Yes, sir. All we have to surrender prayers for a correction. We can't do anything. Maruti. Yes. Same thing. Maruti. Escorts, Mahindra, all the stocks have performed very, very well. Mahindra and Mahindra. Nothing immediate. I don't see any immediate buy anywhere apart from those pharma stocks. Yeah, very decent move. Mahindra and Mahindra, Escorts. Eicher Motors. I think the correction mode is on. It's good, good for us. So that once we see the correction, we can probably think of buying. Ashok Leyland. Why is taking so much of time? Ashok Leyland. Yeah. I think Ashok Leyland, I had focused on this last week. See this? I think again last week also, if you look at Ashok Leyland, above 146, I expect 150 to be tested. This was my last week stock. 146 and above, 150 will be tested. See, we tested that. 146 and above. It's cross 146. I expected 150. We saw 154. See this? Last week. Motherson. Soon. Last week was good. At least we got some stocks. This week I'm struggling to find. Motherson. It has already gone up. No, not now. I'm watching this because of resistance. So I think even auto stocks, I need to give it a pass. Nothing immediate. Pharma, I cannot. Pharma, a couple of things are there, but realty, no. FMCG, no. IT, no. Banking, no. What is left? What is? Let me look at odd stocks, so at least we'll have something. So yesterday, based on this algorithm, do I find any stocks to look at? Power sector also not looking good, sir. Power sector, Coal India was already bearish. So now Coal India is bearish means couple of other related sectors will also be not good. Tata Power, it is good again. It's as good as our real estate or other stocks, auto stocks that we have missed. I can't do anything now. Rural electrification. See, there are times where it is see, not trading is also trading decision. Not taking any exposure is also trading decision. So don't ever think that, oh, there is nothing to do. Nothing to do is also decision, because this is a business of making decisions constantly. Saying no is also a decision. No, I think, no, I can't. No, sir. Let's look at odd stocks. and see, because the major sector doesn't look great, or other couple of stocks don't look great, so a couple of stocks are missed. What should I look at now? No, in Indigo, we have to wait. I can't buy with this stretch. Risk versus reward is not favorable. Metal sector, I'll be watching again, or keeping a very close watch, because probably some move, if it has to start, it has to start in metal only. And what I want this breakout. This breakout is what I'm looking at. I think last week I spoke about National Aluminium and a couple of stocks. I think those did give some up move. National Aluminium, JSW Steel. Yeah, I'm watching this very closely. I'm watching this because I want this to take this out. JSW Steel. JSW Steel actually worked. Yeah. If you watch the video, and if I had probably this JSW Steel above 710. I clearly told above 710 JSW Steel, it has comfortably gone up. So metal sector is, I have to wait. Metal sector, Jindal Power is not looking good. It is anyways bearish. Metal is also give it a pass. So there is nothing much we can do this week, because the overall bet of the market is not at a very great sign. So what I do is I look at this algorithm to find out any stocks if I have. So Just Dial. So it is telling me Just Dial, something is happening. What's happening in Just Dial? Nothing immediate again. I should have picked it up here. It would have alerted then there. Not now. Berger Paints, something is happening. We'll see what is happening in Berger Paints. I think some correction is coming in. I think there is some climax. Some climax has happened in Berger Paints. Buying climax. Exide, Kotak. Kotak was bearish. Exide Industries, Exide. This is also getting into correction mode. Exide. Correction, Kotak, SBI Life. Okay, I think something was happening in life insurance companies. Let's find out. SBI Life. I think this is a bearish setup. Volumes are there with divergence, with this candle. I think let me look at all the insurance companies. I need a correction, not now. Correction is starting. HDFC Life. Again, at the same place, resistance area. Wait mode is there. On this also. SBI Life, Naukri, IT Pack, I think it's not. Voltas. PVR is bearish. Britannia, HDFC, I think we looked at most of them. Voltas, for a long time looking at Voltas. Let's see what is there. Bearish setup. No buying seen. Nowhere I see a buy except these four. Anything else we missed? I am watching this McDowell's, and what was that? A UBL or McDowell's? United Breweries. UBL, I think McDowell's or UBL. This one. UBL. I want it to sustain above 1,460. Worst case 1440. So UBL would probably the one I will probably look closely because nothing else I have. UBL, provided it stays above 1440 or 1470 or 1460. Let's say 1440. So 1440 and above, it has to sustain for me to hold on to bullish view on UBL. NBFC stocks, Kansai Nerolac Paint, Nerolac. I think the Asian Paints, Berger Paints were after up move, they are showing correction. This is also, this is okay. This is okay. This is okay. Yeah. So for me, if it sustains above 420, I will Kansai. So above 430, it should sustain. Then Kansai Nerolac is a decent one. NBFCs again, sir. If you look at banking is not looking good. How do you think NBFC will do good? Banks don't do good. LIC or HDFC is a NBFC is not looking good. It's all bearish. Divergence is there, a lot of other setups. So NBFC is anyways bearish. It's a banking only, right? Bajaj Finance already gone up a big move already happened in that. So NBFC is also in a correction mode now. Bajaj Finance and Finserv already missed the bus. The rest all nothing. IRCTC. IRCTC is a very lethargic stock. There is a complex pattern forming. It gets interesting only above 660. It gets interesting only above 660. Nothing immediate. So 660 and above you can watch IRCTC 7, not till now. Then so Nifty for me, if Nifty stays below 18,006, let's say like 650, I will keep bearish view intact with immediate with target at 18,500 levels. Bank Nifty 44,200 to 300, whatever it is, 44,200 and below. If it sustains, I expect 43,800 and then 43,500. So the key levels to watch is 44,200 on Bank Nifty and 18,650 on Nifty. That is what I see. Short-term view for this week. Done, sir. I think more or less we have discussed most of them. Nothing looks interesting except these 3 or 4 pharma stocks, GSK, Pfizer, Cipla, or UBL. Keep a watch on UBL. UBI might looks very interesting. Kansai above 430. For me, these 3 are where I probably keep an eye. Rest all nothing. It's probably I would see. So most of the sectors and metal sector, anyways, watching that you should not miss. Metals on radar. Immediate, no. So this week is mostly for consolidation or slight correction in most of the sectors. Borosil. What is this Borosil? Which Borosil? Limited?
Yes, sir, limited.
Limited. Looks good. I'm not denying it. But I'm not the person who would probably open a long position at a resistance area. For my risk reward doesn't favor. Though bullish, no denial, bullish. But if I buy now, the target is another 10, maybe 10, 12 points, 3-4%. If it corrects, the correction probably might extend till 380. So for 10 points, 15 points move, I do not want to take a risk of 30-35 points. For me, risk reward is not looking good. Arjun, McDowell's, I don't know. McDowell's is one of my favorite. It is still good, no doubt. I think it has given more than 11-12%. I think I have put that McDowell's on the YouTube channel as I've pinned it. McDowell's, if you see somewhere here. Breweries have given recently. McDowell's here 2 weeks ago. See, McDowell's, I picked up from the same algorithm here. Same thing on this video, if you see. See this? I had actually very bullish right from 800 levels only. 815, 860, around 800 levels. This is pretty decent, sir. It has given more than 11-12% for me. It's anyways. It is still good, but only thing is picking up here versus picking up here. There is certainly different algorithms or different risk reward. So let's hope that a couple of stocks will give a correction, and then we'll see. At least if not in previous, you look at this one, McDowell's, same business, that might be looking better now. So I think anyways, this week, I think not much on the buying side. I think we'll have to take a slight pause in the buying side. If somebody knows how to handle a bearish selling, because then again, if I start looking at selling side, then I have to look at hedging, because you look at futures or options. Again, it's a different asset class. It's not like cash market where I can comfortably say, go ahead. It is a different asset class on the shorting side. So you should have experience. I'm not sure what experience you have. So I don't consider any bearish stocks for now. I'll only keep it bullish unless until you are understanding the risk exposure to F&O.
I think
Right.
there is a breakout in DMart.
DMart, Avenue Supermarkets. Is Vishwanath speaking?
Yes.
Oh, okay. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಭರತ್.
Okay. Vishwanath, I will definitely watch this. It'll take at least 8-9 days for the breakout. The setup looks like that for me, because it will come to this level. If you have patience, yes, you can consider, because it will touch this level and then one more dip. Then I am expecting a breakout. If this breakout happens, there is a gap here, so gap will have a resistance. So basically, it is a patience game. You can keep the patience on Avenue Supermarkets. Yes, you can consider. Because the setup is still not there where it will give a move like this. These moves It is wearing out. It is getting there because weekly setup, if I see, yeah, it is at support area, no doubts. It will take time. Big move will take time. Patience game. Couple of weeks for sure. The setup is couple of weeks away. All right, sir. I think yes, patience game. Couple of weeks away. The move is couple of weeks away. Then, sir, I think more or less we don't have much on the buying side. Keep this on radar. So this might probably give some returns. Especially UBL, I'm watching very closely. UBL, GSK, Pfizer, I'm watching very close. Nifty on a bearish side. Anyways, having said this, I think we'll close for the day and then we'll meet next week. Done? Thank you. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.